You've been struggling to be consistent lately, and I think it's about time that we talk about it. I'll be the first person to tell another person to dream big. However, one of the biggest reasons why you're struggling to be consistent is because your dreams and aspirations are unrealistic. They're too big. A lot of times folks start off self-improvement journey thinking that I'm gonna make $1 million, I'm gonna become a multi-millionaire, I'm gonna get a six-pack and be in the best shape of my life in 6 months. And as they begin to work towards that goal, they see such little return on their time, on their energy and effort, that they lose motivation. If your goal is to make $1 million, that's your big dream, that's your aspiration, and you only make $20 or $30 on your first 2 weeks of business, you're gonna lose motivation. You're gonna tell yourself, I'm not cut out for this. Thus ruining your ability to be consistent, to stay consistent. A lot of times you have to bring those very unattainable dreams down to, I wouldn't say an attainable level, so that you feel challenged. However, you want to bring them down a notch so that way you can actually find yourself making progress towards that goal. Instead of saying, I'll make $1 million, say, I'll make $10,000. So in that way, you can make progress and see yourself chipping away at that goal in order to feel like, you know what? I'm actually making some progress. You know what? I got to get back at this. I'm already at 100. I'm already 1% of the way. You know, you start chipping away at that goal in a way that keeps you motivated, that keeps you fueled to try again. And additionally, one thing I've noticed about us when we're struggling to be consistent, is that we don't have an accountability. We don't have any accountability. We don't have an accountability plan. We don't have an accountability partner. In fact, we never create a system around ourselves to keep us accountable. What systems have you put in place to hold you accountable to achieve your goals? What system do you have in place to remind you about the things that you have to get done? Are you setting reminders? Do you have somebody that's giving you a call to check in on you? Do you have a schedule written out? Do you have yourself a planner? All these things are crucial to keeping yourself accountable. So it's not only that you have to make your dreams somewhat attainable, that way you can make progress and feel yourself making progress so that you can stay motivated. You also have to hold yourself accountable to doing the daily work to get to that goal, to get to that dream. Every day, you tell yourself, this is what I want to get done. At minimum, write it down. If you have an accountability partner, a best friend, somebody that you trust, somebody that you love, that could contact you to check back in with you, do so. So that way you have a sort of accountability while you're on this journey to stay consistent. And last but not least, I want you guys to understand that a lot of times we struggle to be consistent because the goal that we're pursuing is not even ours. What do I mean by that? A lot of times we see a certain individual on YouTube or on Instagram or on another social media platform, and they're living a certain lifestyle. They have certain things in their life. Maybe it's a car that you want. Maybe it's a house. Maybe it's a relationship that they're in. And immediately you attach yourself to that person's goal, to that person's lifestyle. You begin to tell yourself, I want to be where that person is. The spirit of comparison comes into play. And it's difficult for you to stay consistent pursuing a goal that you did not create for yourself. You must create a goal for yourself. You have to dream your dream. You got to sit down in a quiet place and really ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want to accomplish? What do I want out of this life? What do I want out of this moment, out of this season? that I'm in right now. And you cannot base that off of what somebody else is doing. How can we stay consistent pursuing another man's goal, another man's dream? You'll find yourself burnt out. And when you're burnt out and you're in that situation where your motivation is being tested, you won't have a why, you won't have a reason to continue going, because the dream that you're pursuing and the goal that you're pursuing was never yours to begin with. First off, we have to make our goals somewhat attainable. Instead of being highly unrealistic, you bring it down to earth, so that as you begin to work towards your goals and make progress, you see yourself kind of slowly moving towards it, and it'll make you feel more motivated to continue. Secondly, you got to be accountable. Whether that's writing that schedule down and having check boxes, making a list of the activities you feel you need to do to get closer towards your dream, having accountability partners, having somebody that is going to call at the end of the week and ask you, what have you done? What have you accomplished? Thirdly, pursue a goal that's yours. Dream your dream. Take some time to be by yourself, preferably in nature. Spend some time and reflect what it is that I want to do. What type of life do I want to live? And in doing so, you will find yourself more consistently producing content, going to the gym, eating healthy, journaling, doing the things that you feel you need to do to get to what your dream is. Because it'll be your dream, the one that you dreamt, your goal, the one that you wrote. It's about time that we start putting these things in place and pursue our goals. In order to do that, we got to be consistent. Consistency is key. And I hope that with these things we just spoke about, that you could put them in place to start being consistent yourself.